Soulection.
This is Joe K reporting here live from the Soulection headquarters. I got my good friend, known him for about 2 or 3 years now. This guy has been a part of Soulection since the beginning. I consider him pretty much, he has stock in Soulection. A great role model, a leader, and a student, everything, man. Sango here with me. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Cool, man. Just making everything work how it needs to be.
You've been traveling a lot, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier, but me and you and everybody in the crew. Like yesterday, for instance, you guys were out in Seattle. You, Starro, Waldo, Eden, Andre, Sweater Beats, and then I was here at in LA at Cal Poly Pomona with Chance the Rapper, and then you had Esta playing and kind of just spreading the sound of tomorrow, man. But yeah, every time we see each other, it's just like so quick because we're constantly on the move. You got to go back tomorrow because you have school on Monday. How's school going, by the way?
School's good. I'm on my last year, man. If for people that don't know, I'm majoring in graphic design, my BFA. Graphic design.
In fact, he created this cover right here, which we'll get into later because I'm really interested to talk about what this classic record represents and the cover and how cool it is and that you do the designs yourself,
Yeah.
So you're in your last year?
Yeah, my last year. I'm like a super senior, like what people would say.
You're a 7th year student, huh?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, 6 years. Yeah, 7 years.
With you, bro. And as long as you finish, it's all good. That's how I see it. I mean, like I said, you were traveling. You just got off of that tour with Kay and Stu, and Waldo was part of that. And that was, you guys were doing like 1,000 to 1,500 caps at least, or even 2,000, right?
Yeah. In London, there's about, I want to say, 1,200 people.
Damn. On like a Thursday too, huh?
Yeah. And then in Paris, I think it was like 2,000. I want to say it was 2,000.
What was the standout show from the tour?
I want to say, honestly, I had the most fun in London because they seriously knew everything that was going on, for everybody, from Stu to me to Kay to Waldo, and they knew everything. They knew everything, and they did their homework when they come out. So London always does their homework, and that's why I love them.
They know the words, and I could speak for London and UK too, which the radio show is obviously on a rinse, and the reason we made that decision is because something about people in the UK, specifically London, you said they get it faster. They understand the music. Things tend to be a little bit more advanced. So what's cool is that we can drop the most like complex or unheard song ever, and they would react the same as if they knew it. Whereas I feel when I drop something here, if people don't recognize it, then they may not even react to it.
Yeah.
Or they have like a 3-second delay. I've watched them. I've dropped something and I've compared to overseas when I drop something, and the reaction time is a lot different. Going back to you and Kaytranada, do you guys ever plan to I know you guys have already done a beat together, a couple of beats. You guys have worked together. And you guys are always traveling. And I try to explain to people, it's really hard to create when you're traveling on the go all the time because you're always on the move. You're tired. You're trying to prepare for the show for that day, or there's a lot going on. I mean, yeah, you may find studio time, but it's like always just constant. Do you guys ever plan to create anything?
Man, we've already we've come to a point where we know each other so well that we kind of don't really we don't need to make it known to make a track together, let people know that we're close, or yeah, man, we made a track together and this is how you know it's real. We made tracks together in the past, but I think it'll happen when it happens. We'll send each other stems when we feel it. If he doesn't work with it, honestly only because he's probably just too busy at the time, or just working on his album or what he's working on. because vice versa, he knows what I'm working on and stuff. So it's like, all right, cool. I'll let you do what you do. It'll come around when it comes around, which I think is a better way to work.
Yeah. How is it? Because you've been around since the 7th release on Soulection. We're currently on plus 40. If you include our white label series. You've watched everyone grow, and you've been independently doing your own thing. How has it kind of been for you, like just watching all these the newcomers come up and just watching artists progress, including yourself? I mean, when Chronica and I found you through Tumblr, back in the day when Tumblr was still really important, to hear what you did from then, going into the weekend remixes that really set things off. I remember that little Tumblr blog, Post Dubstep / Motherfunker. They reposted, and when they reposted something on Tumblr, when the SoundCloud player used to be embedded into Tumblr, that was like the bootleg repost.
Yeah, the bootleg equivalent to repost.
Yeah, but yet at that time you were getting like, when you first uploaded that the weekend thing, it still got like 50 to 100K plays like a year, two years ago, which is equivalent to like a lot of traction. How does it feel just like watching everyone progress nowadays?
I think the most interesting thing I like kind of observed is that when it all started, we had to do. I'm not saying these new guys aren't doing any, less work than I was when I was there at their point, but I feel like Soulection started at the same time when these music media sites were coming up, and I think now like people like Sam Gillentry, he's at a point where he can like come on board, do his thing like he wants to, and be treated just how I'm treated. Instead of before, I had to dig.
Even a push or social media post from us wouldn't get the artist.
It actually gives people like Sam Gillentry more mind space to work on his craft rather than like worrying about if
people are gonna hear it. Yeah, that's true. What are you currently working on right now?
I'm working on a lot of things as far as just creatively speaking. I'm working on my design, because I'm rapping. As school's wrapping up, I'm wrapping up my whole approach of how I'm gonna, launch my design career. Apart from that, I'm working on an album called In the Comfort Of, and I'm working on Dahasinya 3, or Dahasinya 3.